Hello, welcome to Red Ted Art. Today I'm going to show you how to make salt dough. Salt dough is super easy to make, really versatile, and there's lots of things you can make, like these little heart pendants or Christmas decorations or whatever you want to use them for. But we shall show you what to do. What you will need is flour, salt, and a little bit of water. It's a relative measure, so I'm going to use a small cup I've got here, but any cup will do, any size. I'm just popping it here, you can hear it, into the flour pot. So 1 flour, 2 flours. And like I said, if you've got a bigger cup or measuring tool, that's fine, you'll just make more salt dough. So 2 flours, let's remove that away. Plain flour, please, not self-raising, otherwise you have a bit of a mess. 1 cup of salt. Buy the cheapest salt you can find in the supermarket. Here we go. Get it as high up as possible. And then I always say up to 1 cup of water. So you can hear me fill some water in. Warm water is even better if you can. So up to 1 cup of water. So I'm going to start pouring it in. Do about half first and then mix. Keep mixing it. Salt dough is really great for play groups, for schools, for brownies, for cubs, for scouts, all those kind of places where you want to make something with the children but you've got limited resources, because flour and salt are so cheap. The other thing you can do is you can add food colouring to your salt dough or paint. And that will then you've got coloured salt dough, but again you have to experiment with that, because with some of them, once the salt dough is dried, the colour will fade a little bit and then you have to varnish it to see it properly. But other food colourings work really well, and nothing has to be done. So it's really, when you're using when you're colouring salt dough, it's all about experimenting. So this is still a bit dry, so I'm going to add a tiny bit more water, I think. Let's just get it all off. And what you want is a nice smooth dough. So this isn't dough-like yet. So let's keep going. And if you find it's too sticky, just add a little bit of flour. So yeah, it's not the end of the world. It really just takes minutes to make. What, we're 2 minutes into the video, 2.5 minutes into the video, and we're almost done. So okay, last bit of water, I think. Still got a bit left in my cup. And then I'll show you one little craft really quickly. So once you've made your salt dough, you can mould it, shape it. You can use cookie cutters, which is what we like using. You can make beads, all sorts. To make it set, what you need to do is you can either let it air dry, say near a radiator or something, or increase it, or you can stick it, there you go, look at that, or you can stick it in the oven at a low heat and let it cook for 2 or 3 hours. But if you're doing it in an oven, I think it's worth turning your salt dough every so often to make sure it can really dry out. So this is looking quite nicely dough-like, and it's cracking a little bit, so maybe I'm going to add just a tiny bit more water. Let's see, tiniest bit, because this does have some cracks in it. This is still the same cup that I was using earlier on, so it really is just 1 cup of water, no more. I think we're almost there. If you are doing it in an oven as well, so you see these little ones have got holes in them, you will have to, sometimes salt dough can spread a bit depending if you've made it a bit softer or a bit wetter or not. And if you have, then I sometimes, when I'm drying it in the oven, I just take a little poker and kind of re-poke it just to make sure that that hole doesn't shut. So if you're making hearts like this, what you will need next is a rolling pin. I mean, this is just a video really to show you how to make salt dough, but I always like to add a bit extra. Get a rolling pin, roll it out to the desired thickness. I'm doing it really quickly, so I quite like to stick this in the middle. Get your cookie cutter push it in like that. Kids love this. Take this out. Then take something like a chopstick, like so, and then make a hole in the middle. And then that, carefully lift it up. So that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Place it on a baking tray or on some parchment paper and let it dry. And once you've let it dry, here's what I made earlier. You can do really cute things like just get a little button, get some nice thread like this, and let's see, I've got really dirty fingers. There we go. Thread it through one side. I have to give this a little lick to make it easier to go through. You can use the old sellotape method where you make a little shoelace effect at the end. So whatever you find easier. And take these two ends, make it nice and smooth so it can go through my hole. Here we go. Sorry, I just gave it another little lick. There we go. And there you have a really simple but really sweet salt dough decoration that really didn't take very long to make and looks really lovely at Christmas. You can then also, you know, or before, if you do the buttons, you can add acrylic paints, you can leave it plain, you know, do all sorts of different shapes and sizes, and I think that makes for a really, really sweet and lovely Christmas decoration that kids can do. Anyway, I hope you enjoy making salt dough. Do show us your creations, tell me in the comments what you've made, and hopefully see you here on Red Ted Art again soon. Bye!